It is Grand Prix Sunday at the Cathedral of Speed, 100 years of the Dutch TT at Assen, and a stacked few front rows ready to go at it around this famous old venue as we are underway. Look at the launch from Bagnaia. He was past that Yamaha before it even got going. Fabio Quartararo's dropped 4 positions already, but that was a great launch from Bagnaia. Alex Marquez really strong on Mark at the inside as he goes through into second place. That was forceful from Alex Marquez. He takes second from his brother, but it's Bagnaia leading.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what Bagnaia needs further back. Was it Morbidelli who had a massive slide in turn 1 and nearly went down?
He's somehow recovered, and there he is, just lines up behind the Aprilia of Marco Bezzecchi, who's lost the spot. It's Bagnaia from Marquez. And again, is that Ralph Fernandez again? No, it's Ayagura by the looks
this time. What a weekend he's had. It's just been an absolute nightmare. Crashed on Friday and completely wrote a bike off when it set on fire.
Look at this, he's side by side. He thought about going through there on Pecco Bagnaia, thought better of it, just as he did yesterday.
I'd have smiled if he'd have passed Bagnaia. Yeah. If he'd gone, hang on, why didn't you do that yesterday? That'd have been like the worst thing he could have done.
Exactly, that was what was going through my mind as Marco Bezzecchi now comes through on Fabio Quartararo. Disastrous opening lap then for the Yamaha once more, and he drops back to 5th place across the line. Bagnaia leads, and now Mark alongside his brother down towards turn 1, and he's just levelled him. He levelled him all the way. Oh, here comes Marco Bezzecchi.
Great move.
He's up for it today, isn't he, Bez? And into the podium positions on the Aprilia. Now, Pedro Acosta lining up Alex Marquez. This is a really good start to the race for Acosta. Oh, here we go, here's a little lunge from Pedro Acosta, and look at that from Alex Marquez. There will be a little bit of the KTM's rubber on his left arm and leg there because he hung it out.
Talk about having your pocket picked. Look at that. That's a great shot of it. Here we go.
Here comes Marc Marquez then. And it's that strong part he's got at the moment. He says, I am the latest on the brakes on the Ducati. I am the best in braking. And he has taken charge right at the stage we said would be coming to his own. Does Bagnaia, is he able to get through at the Harbach? Marquez was so deep there. There was nothing Bagnaia could do.
No, Bagnaia positioned himself absolutely perfect. I thought he was going to go for it.
Can he find a way through? The question, I think, for Marc Marquez was, I've got Bezzecchi behind. He might be liable to do something. I need to make a move here. And Bezzecchi looked, didn't he? He had a look then. And Alex Marquez returns the favour to Pedro Acosta. More contact. Wow! Pedro is on. And Alex is down. Drew the kink out of the shrub, and there. He's being leaned on by Pedro Acosta. And Alex Marquez, just a handlebar hooked up.
No, you're not going to believe what it is. It's the front wheels come off the ground. And when it's come down, he's got the front wheel crossed up and you lose the front. It's a really strange crash. It can happen. Here we go.
Motorhome, here we go for Bagnaia being taken by Marco Bezzecchi, and in doing so that will just affect their exit down towards turn 1, and Pedro Acosta is lurking.
He is.
Here comes Pedro. Just imagine him going for it straight away, but he's not able to do so. This is fantastic. Is he going to have a go? Of course he is. No hesitation from the Shark. And through he goes to pass Pecco Bagnaia and make it 3 manufacturers on the podium. 3 different manufacturers. The Ducati and Marc Marquez, the Aprilia and Marco Bezzecchi, the KTM, I'm pleased to say, of Pedro Acosta. And then behind Pecco Bagnaia. Here comes Bagnaia then. Here he goes into the chicane. Bagnaia of old on the brakes, and through he goes on Acosta. Has he got something in the tank here, Pecco Bagnaia, as Mark pushes on the pace at the front. Marco Bezzecchi's responded brilliantly to Marc Marquez. It took him a little bit, didn't he, to get his rhythm, catch his breath after that little moment, but Bezzecchi back on it. And now Bagnaia, does he feel like he's got something in the latter stages here today? It's good to see him coming forward. The gap has just opened up ever so slightly. There is nothing that Bezzecchi can do at this moment in time. We've got one more run back to the chicane, and then we're on to the last lap of the Dutch TT. Centenary running of this race. And Marc Marquez looking to etch himself into the history books by matching Giacomo Agostini's 68 wins in the Premier class.
Sorry, Gavin, he's going to see on his pit board, it's going to give him plus 0.6. Or at least plus 0.5, you know then, just one more clean, tidy lap. You don't have to try and brake any later, don't change anything. Gets 0.7 over the line. Unless there's a mistake from Mark, he's got this one.
But into the chicane for the final time. Marc Marquez holds off the Aprilia Marco Bezzecchi, and for Ducati takes victory in the 100th anniversary Dutch TT, and with it his 68th MotoGP win, equaling Giacomo Agostini. Pecco Bagnaia rounds out the podium in third place. It's another double for Marc Marquez. That's his 6th double of the season, and he extends his lead in the World Championship by a huge amount, with his brother having crashed out.
Yeah.
68 points ahead of his brother. He's 126 ahead of Francesco Bagnaia in the championship.